entertainer. And the way you can find the really easy people in the audience, if your audience is really easy to convince and weak-willed, is you just have to keep them with a sense of anticipation. Kind of leaving them wanting more and having them hang on your every word. And so, me, I'm like, so how do you do that? He goes, oh, it's really easy. All you have to do is...
And it worked.
I did it too. I did the thing.
It's the punchline. My YouTube started playing on me, so I was like, "Oh crap, mute this!" I muted it real fast, and then I missed it.
Was it YouTube or was it Pornhub?
It was Pornhub.
Okay.
Did T-Man finally put his review up there?
Yeah, it was T-Man.
He did. He did.
I owe him $15.
What's up, everybody? It is Thursday night. It is 9 p.m. And that can only mean Figure Action is coming to you live once again through the power of the internet. Boogie298 doesn't say that anymore, so I'm stealing it. We've got the whole crew with us tonight. If you're watching us live here on YouTube, make sure you pop into that live chat where you can be part of the show. As always, we appreciate everybody that comes by to see us live. It's always awesome to have you here, and it's awesome to be with you. If you're not already subscribed and you like what you're doing, you want to see more of what we've got, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell to get updated when we go live and put out other content. Anybody who's been following us knows we've got a contest, and as of tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, actually we'll make it 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Pacific Time, we have a prize package that's going out from us and Forgotten Path Games. Our buddy Lance Park put together a lot of good stuff that I've been meaning to get out to you fine people. Lance provided us with the Pokemon Sun and Moon Celestial Storm starter pack. There is a it looks like this is a Worm Gear Bones kit. I believe that's a tabletop thing. Looks kind of nifty. A old Jack Pacific Brawley figure. I think that he bought too many of these, and that's why they're always in there. Fidget spinners. And then, of course, there is a Studio Series Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. A lot of people are looking for this. Cool figure. I've got one. Love the figure. And it can be yours. And all you got to do is go to episode 36. Make sure that you're a subscriber. And make sure you leave the comment, hashtag Studio Series Prime. And we'll be drawing a winner tomorrow night. If you're in the U.S., shipping is free. If you're outside the U.S., we may need to work out shipping details. But we'll go live for that, do a prize wheel. It'll be a lot of fun.
What I want to know is, was T-Man just going through the trash? Is that
probably was.
Don't call my toys trash.
All I know is other podcasts may promise the sun and the moon for their prizes, and we are actually going to deliver.
Hey-o!
Kiwi Collector wonders, does T-Man sing? I mean...
Every video.
Every video.
If you stay to the end, you don't stay to the end, do you? Come on now.
Put down the bags when talking, man.
I'm trying to get my haul ready. So I know I was supposed to do that.
He's hungry, man. He's rooting for some food.
Yeah, I know. Imagine he's like eating those little cheese cracker things.
He's just ripping into them. He's not even waiting to open them. He's just ripping.
Licking the cheese right out of it.
Just tossing the little plastic spreaders behind his.
Oh, I used to love those.
I know, right? It's like that was like the crappiest melted government cheese. And then did you ever eat the ones with the little breadsticks? And I'm doing air quotes for breadsticks.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
And Dunkaroos.
Oh, Dunkaroos. That's good times.
Dunkaroos were kind of like rich kid poor food. Like
maybe.
They were rich kid poor food.
Crackers were definitely poor people food.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the crackers better than the sticks.
I got a guy at work that's convinced.
That's why you hang out with us.
I got a guy at work that's convinced that peanut butter is poor people food. And I'm like, dude, you haven't bought peanut butter in a while. Like, that shit's expensive.
What the hell? I hate when people say shit like that.
Yeah.
Get on my nerves.
Peanut butter's delicious anyway. I don't care whether you're rich or poor. If you can enjoy some peanut butter, you go do it.
Here's the big question: crunchy or smooth?
Crunchy.
Smooth.
I'm gonna go both, but
Both. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you when I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which every now and then I'll rediscover peanut butter and jelly. Crunchy is where it's at. But if you're gonna put it on like a bagel or something, or an English muffin, and that shit melts into every crevice of the English muffin, that's when you gotta have the smooth.
Yeah, bagel with chunkies, that's too much crunch, I think. That's crunch overload, especially if you have a good crispy bagel. I think you gotta balance that shit out.
Well, with me, there's just too much smooth in the house already. So.
Oh man.
Punchline.
What is it called? Asperger's, when people just say anything.
I think it's right. Oh god.
Man, we're just gonna talk about food all.
Yeah, right.
Food? Well, let me tell you what I cooked the other day.
Well, wait till we get to my haul.
Oh yeah.
I guess.
All right. All right. Well, going down the panel.
I'm a snob about those things, remember.
I know you are. Yeah, you know, at least I didn't get like a Nextel or whatever, the Next Grill.
You should have called me, is all I can say. You should have called
I got a reputable brand.
What brand did you get well, you'll tell us.
I mean, well, fuck it. It's out in the air. You know I got a grill at this point. I got a charbroil.
I thought you said you had a reputable grill.
You did it wrong.
I think Weber's the way to go, but that's just my
Get
opinion.
it Weber. You gotta get
big
But
green egg.
But see, here's the thing: is I'm not looking to get a charcoal grill. I want to get or a smoker, because it's just, you know, living in a townhome community. It's a lot of, you know, mess.
No,
Did you talk like Hank the whole time you were cooking?
I did make some propane jokes, and Les even said, like, "Did you get your Strickland propane shirt? You should wear that when you grill." That's not even like a fault. She said that.
Both of y'all are nerds then.
Did you at least get the true infrared? Did you at least get the true infrared?
I did not.
You should have called me.
The only thing I can speak to a Weber grill is we have a Weber gas grill, and a few years back when we had the hurricanes come through a lot through Maryland, that the hurricane winds actually flipped that shit over, and it was fine. Like, grills are not supposed to be flipped end over end, and the next morning we flipped that thing back over, and they said to shut the front doors and hang the tank back on, and it was good to go. So, go Weber.
Same.
I'll tell you what, I did put it together myself. I want to know where everything went.
Fucked. Okay, we got it.
I'm not fucked. I think it's more fucked if the store put it together, because then you have like some schlub who's like, "Oh man, I fucking hate putting grills together all day. Fuck this shit."
Yeah, all that experience he's got doing it. Fuck that.
Did you have to go to YouTube to watch like a assembly video to?
No, I didn't.
Did you at least use the soapy water?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
He looked worried too. He looked genuinely worried.
Yeah, I used the soapy water, and I did get stainless steel cleaner, and I went and I wiped everything down with stainless steel cleaner, and I got a nylon brush for cleaning the grates.
Did the food taste good that came off of it?
Yes, it did.
That's all that matters.
Did you season the grates first?
Yes, I did, with olive oil.
Okay.
You're gonna say canola, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have canola.
Higher protein count. Peanut oil is actually the best, but you know.
Yeah, but I think olive oil tastes the best.
But you're burning it off. You're not using it to. Actually, Crisco's technically the best thing to season it with.
Really?
We're going on about grills, and Kiwi Clucker says, "Who is putting peanut butter on a bagel?"
Kiwi Clucker, it's something that happens.
Not a Jew.
And it's fucking delicious.
Yeah,
man.
I do it. I'm in on
it's
that.
Just, it's just
point.
like
you can put peanut butter on anything. I put peanut butter on cheeseburgers.
I knew this one girl. Never mind.
Well, I think we can all.
I ever met.
Oh god damn! I think we can establish we're all doing pretty well tonight. So let's combine the how you doing in the halls. Starting with True Star Screamer. How you doing? What did you get?
Let's see now. Toy-wise, I didn't get much this week, but I did get the... Ooh, oops, that fell. I did get the Walmart exclusive 2-pack of Loki and Corvus Glaive. I will say Loki looks better than the Thor Ragnarok one, even if he doesn't have the crown, the hat with horns
that he only wore for like select scenes.
That's Corvus Glaive for you fancy fucks.
But this is, so if you skipped out on that Loki, this is actually a very good Loki. It's much better paint on there, and I pretty much followed the advice of Robo from the Robo Killer on the Foosh, and glued the shoulder pads down because you will hate life. T-Man, are you playing with the Seeker back there?
I heard some whooshing.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, so he's good. But I will say Corvus is definitely steals the set. He is an absolutely gorgeous figure, even if he isn't that articulate. Unfortunately, due to his costume, you do lose the arm articulation. But I've already loaded photos up to go on Instagram later after the show. He photographs really well detailed. I kind of said this off camera, but I really think, though, as much as I like this Loki, I would have much preferred an updated, painted Proxima Midnight to pair with this guy. But definitely worth tracking down. Shouldn't be too bad. If they showed up in North Carolina, they should be almost everywhere now.
I think it's cool that they did all the Black Order.
Oh, I agree. It's nice actually getting all villains, which is good. Yeah. And then the other thing is my car finally arrived on Tuesday, and I was very, very happy to get get behind the wheel.
Sorry.
Very happy to get behind the wheel.
Button, you know?
I keep unmuting and then doing stuff.
That's the wrong order. There you go.
I have a feeling we're going to start hearing a fast-paced golf clap while he's like out of video, and we're all going to be concerned.
Just hope he's playing golf.
Was it shipped to you or something, or how'd that work?
I was letting T-Man interrupt me just in case. Okay. No, when we bought the car, my wife found some scratches and stuff on there, and so they took it to the detailed shop to get it all repainted and such. So that's why I didn't quite get it directly on the day I signed the papers, but I bid my previous car goodbye. I had it for 13 years. Ooh. A lot of good memories with it.
A lot of stains in the backseat.
I think like light it on fire, or like push it off a cliff or something.
Dude, I bet with what the engine's still good. I would say Mazda makes a damn good car. That engine was still good. The electrical systems were starting to go to hell, but that engine was driving fine. That transmission never gave me any worries. So I picked up another Mazda, and hopefully I'll get another 10, 13 years out of this one. So those are my hauls.
Very cool. So, Mr. Joe Crab, I see you went to opening day.
I did. They lost though. So
yeah, I've seen all the Davis comments already.
Oh, dude, he's so bad.
I know
but he can't be bad. We paid him so much.
Yeah.
He's making, I don't know, what is it, like $160, $180 million guaranteed?
That works so well for the Redskins of just throwing money at it.
Oh my God. And I think he struck out 3 or 4 times. He's getting booed. Like, he got booed even before he got a chance to get up there and strike out.
Which gives him all the motivation to hit the ball. He's like, I got my money, motherfuckers.
Well, yeah, exactly. What's the incentive for him to, I mean, he can pretty much stay at home and he could get cut and still get paid. But it was fun. A good day. I got to meet up with T-Man before the game and hook him up with some stuff that he was buying off me, so that was cool. I don't know how the people that live in the city like walk around that city all the time, because like it was very frustrating to be like, hey, I'm going to meet you like 1 street over, and then he could see me, I could see him, but I still had to like walk like a mile just to get down to the light and then go across and then actually be able to meet him.
You get used to the city.
Joe took the long cut.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm out of my element. I'm a country boy. That was.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't always work in the city. In fact, man, I was paranoid when I first started working there, and then now it's just like it's all second nature. And then I started dating Lex, and she's living there.
Stay paranoid.
I don't I don't let my guard down on there. But.
I always felt paranoid because I had to ride the light rail like shoulder to shoulder with like probably 200 people in that car. I had 2 man's toys in this bag, and even though like, probably no one around me like gave a shit that I had Transformers in a Walmart plastic bag, but the whole time I'm thinking someone could just like walk by and steal these things from me, and I would never be able to catch up with them. They would be gone.
If they can get away, as packed as it looked.
And they'll be like, fans project, and they'll throw that shit out.
Then I'd have to give him his money back.
How was it? How was it on the ride back?
The ride back went bad because we left a little early.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wanted to be home. I think if we would have stayed for the whole game, I would have been getting in pretty late. But we wanted to get home at a decent time, so we left at like I think it was like a 7th inning stretch or something like that.
I saw the writing on the wall anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe was the only drunk person on the train.
You've never been to opening day.
There was this chick like on the way into the stadium that was like hitting on my dad.
Oh man.
She was like trying to give away Jello shots and everything.
See, that's the thing that's happened with me is I've been on the train before and someone just like handed me a bottle. It was like he had like some sort of grain alcohol. He's like, "Hey man, you want a sip?" I was like,
Yes,
"That's not
sir,
suspicious."
I do not at all, but thank you.
Years and years and years ago, the greatest rejection I ever got at a club was at this bar called Baja Beach Club in Baltimore.
Mm.
I remember that place.
Yeah.
And we were me and my buddy were semi-regulars there. I was talking to this one waitress. I knew she was out of my league. And I'm just like, what the heck, like, you know what? We come up here every week. What's the chance, meeting like for dinner or something before your shift or whatever. And she just says, it's okay. I'm dating someone. I'm like, oh, it's cool. It's like, yeah, you want to see him? He's over there. And I go over there and there's just an empty corner at the bar. I'm like, oh, that's not cool. She goes, no, look on screen. I'm like, all I see on there is just the Orioles and it's on the third baseman. Oh.
And then your friend said, "Let me buy her a drink."
He'll close the deal for you.
Yeah, it was no, that's at least I know I had the same taste. I can't remember who was playing those years. I was back in 99, 2000, but so many years ago.
I don't know, and I have no idea who's on the team now because it's like they got rid of everybody, and
I stopped caring after Cal Ripken retired. To be honest,
I seen him at the stadium today.
I saw him play the opening night of the Phantom Menace. So we saw him play, and then went straight to the movie theater.
I randomly bumped into him when Best Buy was downtown. Like he was getting on the elevator, he was coming off of the elevator, I was getting on. And I was staring at him like, this guy looks familiar. And I was like, oh shit.
Then he looked at you and goes, my kid loves your reviews.
Oh,
have an SK hot dog.
This was a million years before.
No, SK hot dog's going away.
They are?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, they're not going to do hot dogs no more.
Damn. I guess I'll have to buy Ballpark.
Are they going to do bologna?
They only sell them in like the Baltimore area, and they're not making enough money selling hot dogs, so they're getting out of the business.
People found out what hot dogs are made out of.
Oh.
Yeah, probably. But
they always knew. Deep down. They always knew.
The hot dog is the holiest of all the foods. Because it is made of all of God's creatures.
Including their imperfections.
It's actually made exclusively of their imperfections.
Joe, did you get anything else besides opening day? Or?
Well, I don't really have a true haul this week, but since I was out sick last week, I did get Prowl last week, and I got
Joe's Prowl.
And I also got a 6-gun, but my 6-gun is currently kind of hoarded out right now. So there's some of them that are over here, and some of them is over here. He's kind of all over the place.
You know, that's kind of funny because every time I give like one of those weaponizers to a character, I got to give him like the whole thing.
I was trying to find a way to put parts on the bottom. Oh, there goes some of them on side swipe, but I could not figure out a way to get it like pegged into the foot on side swipe right. It just nothing really looked that good. So, but I wanted to put these like pretty cool wings on his back. It doesn't really sit in that peg all that well.
Have you made the mighty fist of justice?
You know what?
The best part.
I meant to ask you, Matt. How did you get Ironhide to hold the fist of justice like that?
You rotate his wrist, and then you peg the underside of the white part that makes up Six Gun's shoulder area. It wraps around, and you peg it in.
And I have this little peg right here.
No, you got to use the white part too.
Oh,
it's like one big fist with a gauntlet. It's almost like a big gauntlet.
Yeah, I actually turned the little pegs 90 degrees, so it kind of made it look a little bit more like a thumb.
Yeah, I was using like these things to make a thumb.
No, that's a good idea. There's no right answer. That's how much fun they are.
Yeah, they're kind of like
modular. They are very modular.
You can even make Six Gun into a unicorn.
I said there's six gun on Chromia. Just
I've been trying to find a way to combine like Cog and Six Gun into some kind of like unholy abomination.
Six Gag.
Yeah, Six Gag.
I can't wait for the Triptychon one to come out.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good.
Yeah.
Wish I remembered his name offhand.
I think is it Brunt?
That's it. It is Brunt.
I like how he looks like. He looks like a mini. He looks like a Galvatron with a Napoleon complex.
I mean, so he kind of looks like a Sharkticon almost.
Did Scorponok have a guy?
Yes.
They dated for a while, but they didn't last very long. They
in IDW, you didn't. You'd blast off getting it from Onslaught.
Oh, I also got SH Monster's Gigan. You can't really see him. He's already in my display back there.
Nice.
Why don't you bring those all over here so we can see him up close? Just pull them all off the display.
What did Gigan set you back? What did Gigan set you back?
They will all fall apart, first of all. And the blast effects on Ghidorah, they are like so meticulously laid. Like I think if I was to like let a strong enough fart break loose, they would just fall down.
Later on in the show, you just hear, and you see all of the shelves on the Billies collapse.
Do you have Gigan set in his normal form or his advanced mode?
I got him in normal form right now. He's kind of
there it was.
He's kind of back. He's in the back here, and he's kind of like jumping in the air with his regular blades.
That guy is currently going for over $300 damn bucks on Amazon right now.
Well, I got mine in a trade. I traded the Yamaguchi Deathstroke and the Yamaguchi Batman for that guy.
That's a good deal. That is a damn good deal.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Parts Form. What did you get this week, and how are you doing?
I am doing very well this evening. And I got me a Reconnaissance Max from New Age.
Nice.
This is a very nice little figure. He's probably the worst New Age figure they've released, but he's still awesome because all the other figures they've released have been such stellar molds that even a good one like this is still really good. He's got limited shoulders. He's got limited hips that you have workarounds, but you just got to mess with it a minute. Like
outside of the Gold Bug, the Bumblebee, and the Prow, what else do they have?
That's it.
Okay.
They got the 3 Bumblebees and the Prow, and then I guess they got the smoke screen coming up and the jazz. Yeah, that jazz looks amazing.
Just pump these out. Like I think they're gonna have every month.
So
Well, I said
Cosmos is
earlier, like
the
they released the Bumblebee, and then they released the clones of the Bumblebee, and then that was it. Hadn't heard anything for him for months. Then all of a sudden, Prowl, Cosmos, Jazz, like bobbity ba, right next to each other. So there's that.
They actually planned, unlike some other companies.
Well, it's kind of weird because you got Jazz that they got 3 molds out of, Bumblebee that they've gotten 3 figures out of, Prowl you can get 3 figures out of, Cosmos that's going to be about it.
Yeah, they can do the blue and the yellow one, but
The blue one, the Pathfinder, and then they have a clear version too.
Yeah.
Which someone on the forums, I don't know who, or I'd give you a shout out, said that buy the clear Cosmos and buy the Ectotron and pair them together, and the clear Cosmos can be Ectotron's little ghost buddy.
yeah,
I thought that was clever. Yeah, I thought that was pretty clever.
God, I can't wait for Ectotron.
Just came in today. I've had the Siege Soundwave for a few weeks, but he finally got his implants, so he finally got them tapes. His chest implants finally came in. So we got them. Ravage is very okay, and Laserbeak's pretty cool. So
Very okay. That's a new one.
that's my 2-second review.
Wasn't
And
worth the hype.
Do what?
Wasn't worth the hype.
I'm glad to have them. I would have. $10 is a little much, but that's okay. At least they all both came in a pack. They didn't do Laserbeak and some random crap nobody wants. They actually put at least the two that I would want together in one pack. So that made it a little bit easier to swallow. And then I guess Rumble and Frenzy are probably around the corner.
Yeah.
And then I got, if anybody watched, I'm sure everybody watched T's Toy Hunt, where I cameoed because his toy hunts are best when I'm there. We got,
He's not there to contest this either.
no, actually his silence is his consent.
That works so well in court.
This guy when he's there.
I got this guy. You remember his name? Because I don't remember his name. It's like Paraxodon. Thank you. I really want.
Parax.
Yeah, I really wanted the blast effect because that's pretty cool. Can work as a blast effect or a smash effect, and I'm all right with either one of those. And then last weekend, finally, this is Joe's fault because this was a mold that I knew existed. I'd seen videos of, and I knew that I would like it.
Jesus.
What?
Not you.
Oh, okay.
Not you.
I'm waiting to hear what was my fault. I didn't do anything wrong.
You did. I knew this mold existed. I went over to Joe's house. He's like, "Oh, look, I have all 3 of them here. Why don't you mess with them?" So I did, and then a day later, I ordered the Make Toys Meteor because he's flipping awesome. I tried to stay out of him, but
your wife is watching right now, so please don't start blaming me for your addiction. She's gonna come after me.
You don't think she heard this story already? And it was worse. I told her how you basically told me I had to get them,
and then I pretty much funded some other stuff.
You did, yeah. His lieutenants are on the way. So,
Man, I thought you were cheap.
I know what happened. Y'all are wearing me down.
Even I haven't bought those.
They're worth it, man. Like there's a couple of drawbacks to them, but it's not
one. I just
Matt.
I was like,
Nate just chimed in and said, "Let me know if you need the other 2."
Oh yeah, send them my way. That was easy. Thanks, Nate. Nate Simmons, everybody. So yeah, but I do have the other 2 on the way. They'll be here Monday or Tuesday, I think.
Oh, okay. So you've already on the way.
I already got it, but I'll take 2 more. I'm all right with that.
Paint one to Sunstorm.
Mark 44 Prime says, "Where'd you find the Make Toys in stock again?"
TF Source. I got this one from TF Source. And in fact, right after I ordered him, the Chosen Prime got him back in stock, which I would have gotten from them, but I was impatient, so I went with the one that was there already.
The irony being is that from TF Source, you'll probably get them later than you would.
So I'll tell you though, this guy Meteor shipped out of Pennsylvania, so I got him in 2 days. The other 2 shipped out of fucking Las Vegas, so they're taking a whole week plus to get here.
Always a gamble.
Always a gamble.
Spoiler alert: they're just like him, but different colors.
I gotta get you some repro labels so you can make them look official.
So I've got the I've got the.
Oh, you got them. Oh,
I've got the logo on the back, and they are upside down, which I went with the upside down logo.
You have the wing fillers?
There, I have them in my stack.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of the cone heads, so I'm probably not gonna get those. So I might as well just get the wing filler separate. I mean, they're $10. They really should have been free. I think they should have probably come with the reissues, the re-releases, but whatever.
I don't know why they didn't come with Skycrow and Lightning.
Right. As long as I asked Nate Simmons about this, I said as long as anybody that has these know that the wings stay in place, but I was just wondering if any extra weight from the fillers is going to make them droop. But Nate Simmons seems to think that it doesn't. He has the G2, and well, you have the G2 as well, right, Zero? That you have some,
I have
you
the
pieces
G2
of
in
the G2.
pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can at least testify as to whether or not the wing fillers cause too much extra weight in the wings.
No, I mean the
Not a problem.
On mine, the wings just go.
You have every other problem with that one, though.
Yeah, it literally fell apart in my hands.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even notice the wings.
That I think that wraps up my haul.
All right, T.
Okay.
One, how are you doing? And
I'm spectacular.
Glad to
I
hear.
guess
I heard
turn my camera on.
Yeah, we heard you unwrapping a ton of shit.
It's like a live unboxing.
They waited up and said, "Fuck T-Man, God."
Oh,
Well, that is a haul.
Well, as Joe spoiled.
the best revenge is best served.
Joe sold me these.
Annoying, isn't it? I'm done.
Dave, once more a feeling.
I threw it already. I already threw it away.
Hey, eyes covered. That feedback's from T, and it sounds like he's always got sonar going. It always sounds like sonar.
I took my headphones off. I wasn't sure if that was going on.
Jesus, audio fail like nobody's business.
T, go ahead. What do you got there?
Really?
These chicks right here.
The female Dinobots from Fans Project.
Yeah, they went through a lot of effort to put a lot of detail into their butt cheeks right there. I don't know if you can see.
That's some effort there.
Yeah, I think I want to get those back from you.
Yeah, why did you give those up? That's not your MO.
They put the rack in Brachiosaurus.
And they do have rotating breasts, by the way.
He never opened them. So,
Joe spent his night talking about spreading peanut butter, and now he wants to spread other things.
Yeah.
Including peanut butter.
Amazon Japan gave me this to you finally. This is the second version of T-Door, and it is awesome. Paint all over the joints are tight. Amazon Japan also gave me this chick.
I loved her on Parks and Rec.
Yeah. I think the hair is what messes it up. If the hair was more realistic looking.
That hair is a lot more blonde than the promo pics.
Yes, way more blonde.
Are you sure it's not the 1,000-yard stare?
That too. You look so dead.
She's looking off to the distant war.
Well, at least that part's accurate.
Well, she did smile a little bit.
That was one of her 3 facial emotions that she has in the movie.
I also got this tubby down here.
Yeah, we've seen him already.
I put the review up tonight because her review was doing so spectacular. And Winston, he's in the comments, right?
Yeah, he was.
I traded Black Panther, SH Figure Arts Black Panther, for this chick. And that stupid chest thing. Oh, well, I'm not even going to move the hand because it might fall off. I might switch the helicopters to be the arms because the cars as the arms is bad. Joe threw in this little dude that looks like an Action Master Starscream. Wait. What else he can do, I have no clue.
Yeah, that came with
Oh, he sticks the tuna fish.
Yeah, he's the version of Diaclone.
That's the Fans Project Diaclone. I mean,
Yep.
Fans Project Snarl is the one that was included in that.
Ironically, real Diaclones are more posable.
Did you have that can of tuna there, or whatever that is, just specifically for that purpose?
No. After this whole part, I'm gonna go make dinner, I guess. Scrap metal. Parts Warmer brought this to the meetup. I completely forgot that I paid him for this. So he could have got away scot-free with this.
My son would have thanked you.
And then there's Megatron, who doesn't quite sound like himself. And my batteries ain't working anyway. And I already showed her. So Joe also threw in this little club dude from his Fans Project's Grimlock.
Now you need a little baby seal.
Or Penguin.
Oh, yeah.
seriously, never go clubbing in Alaska.
I'll try. Wait, did you have 2 of these, Joe?
No, just one.
The deluxe version comes with 2. The regular version came with 1.
I saw Emgo must have got the deluxe, so he crammed both of them together.
I never get deluxe at anything.
Hey there, everybody.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I was thinking that. But I think that's it. So
Very cool.
I'm happy. I was supposed to get some other stuff, but I guess I'll show y'all next week.
Like a rotisserie chicken?
Yeah, that.
Just take the potatoes.
We'll come back to him later, I guess.
Yeah, I want to do a round table on that guy because he's an interesting point of discussion. As for me, it was a very, very light week. As I mentioned, I got a grill. I got another billy. I got a half billy to round off my my shelves, and I brought this guy to the little meetup we had. This is the battle damage version of Megatron, which, when you compare it to the original one, like this is what should come out. Like, this guy does look pretty decent, but like, this guy's covered head to toe in silver paint, and that
looks nice. Is that a Pulse exclusive?
No, it's a Target exclusive of all things. And,
I despise that design of Megatron. Even I thought that figure was pretty cool.
I didn't know that was Target exclusive.
Yeah, he's a Target exclusive, at least in the U.S. I think Europe got him before us. I saw people on Twitter with them. The heads are actually interchangeable. I haven't popped this head on the Dark of the Moon Megatron, but yeah, it's pretty cool, especially when you put him next to the Jetwing Optimus Prime. And then, of course, I got MP40. What is he, 44 or 40?
43.
43.
Yeah, 43. And mine actually does talk. He doesn't even say yes. And he goes on these rants. Yeah, I probably don't want to keep the batteries in the head because it doesn't resonate with me. But his eyes light up in a very, very nice way. And he does look quite the part with Optimus Primal. You know, Optimus Primal is like dwarfed. It's like Tyrion versus the Mountain over here. So I know I'm ready for it to come back. But that's all I got.
Weren't they a little closer in size in bot mode in the show?
No, actually, they weren't.
They weren't.
Yeah,
I know they were way smaller than the T-Rex mode.
Yeah, they were closer when they became Transmetals. Like, when they became Transmetals, Megatron shrunk a little bit, and Optimus definitely grew. And then when they became, well, I guess Dragon Megatron was a Transmetal too, and Optimal Optimus was a Transmetal, but you know, they were kind of like the same size then.
I was never sure what Optimal Optimus was.
And Nate wrote, I bet THF does 54-3 with Welker's voice clip. Well, I hope they wouldn't do it with Welker's. I hope they do it with David K. But I think Toy House Factory or Infinite Transformation is going to do a knockoff of that. They're already doing Dinobot, so we'll see. I don't, necessarily like condone knockoffs, but if they do a voice box with David K, I definitely get the voice box. That's for sure. Though I may get their Dinobot if it's cheap enough, and then I would just make one Dinobot, the clone Dinobot from the show.
I may get one clone Dinobot just to be my Dinobot because it's way cheaper.
And Nate says he's tired. Nate, you're on the West Coast. How can you be tired, buddy? Oh, I also got one more thing. So, fun story. Speaking of Nate, Nate sent over a box of goodies. And
oh, God.
So, Nate was at TFCon LA. And he got for us a bunch of the MMC penguins. So, he got me the G2, the G2 Starscream that fell apart, and the G2 Decepticon, and he got some stuff for T's birthday gift.
It wasn't Nate's fault.
It's not Nate's fault at all. He packed everything like supremely. Like honestly, like some of the best packing that I've ever had in a transaction with somebody. But one of the things is for all of us, he got us the little skiing penguins, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I didn't win anything because when you were at TFCon LA, they did a drawing with MMC, and you could pick whatever figures from the table." And so Nate's like, "Yeah, I didn't win anything," and I opened one of the boxes, and I took out one of the penguins, and the joints were really stiff on it. I didn't think it had any articulation. I was like, "Yeah, I don't think these are the same ones that came with Saber." Well, earlier this week, I'm working from home all week, and earlier this week, I said, fuck it, I'm going to open up one of these penguins and just decorate my desk with it. And I realized, oh, these have articulation, and I forgot to bring them to the meetup this past weekend. And I was like, I better see what colors there are so I can get these divvied out for the next time we all meet up. And crammed in the corner of one of the boxes is one of the silver ones. And I feel bad because Nate could have won a figure from MMC. And so he messaged MMC, and even though this one has the writing on the bottom, they're like, "Yeah, we can't verify its authenticity, and just be glad you've got a rare item from MMC." And it's like, it fucking sucks because he could have had the pick from the table. Sad music.
Sad music starts playing, yeah.
I was going to say, boom, 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 boom.
You shouldn't feel like a dumbass. It happens to the best of us. Honestly, the thing about the silver one is the way it's sat in the box, because it's so reflective, in the corner of the box, you kind of couldn't see it. And it was buried under, so what was interesting is the first box that he gave had 3 penguins in it, and the second box had 4. So if you looked in, you would say, "Oh, I see 3 penguins," which, had they put in an appropriate count, he might have actually seen it.
Sorry, all I just hear is Patrick Stewart going, "There are 4 penguins," from my favorite episode of Star Trek.
Which episode was that?
He was getting tortured by the Cardassians, and they were saying making
the
him say there are 5
Kardashians.
Yes.
Everybody gets tortured by them.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
The Kardashians.
So, speaking of torture, some people are having some issues with the figure, and T, you and I both have it. I know Joe stepped out for a second. Why don't you have a little roundtable about MP43? What do you guys feel? Anybody in the chat that's got him? I want to know what you guys think of it, because he's kind of a controversial figure. I mean, first you have folks that aren't necessarily receptive of Beast Wars, and then there are some QC issues floating around there. Oh, I see Joe's back.
Sorry about that.
That's all good. So Joe, I was just saying, there's a little bit of controversy behind MP43, and I know you jumped on the figure. So I just kind of want to get a little bit of a roundtable, what you guys think about it, I know T and I both have it. Is it something you're interested in? Did the controversy scare you away? And
don't let it. I believe what Ben said in his review. Ben's Collectibles. He said that he thinks that the people who got their copies before everybody probably got early samples like the hot rod that came out that I got, and they weren't meant to see the light of day. And that's how they damaged, because I can't even see how the hell that got all cracked up like that person showed.
Now,
that's nuts.
The only issue I have with mine is just on one of these sides, I have the same stress mark that everybody else seems to have. And it doesn't seem like it's impacting the integrity of it, but...
You mean the hinge on the back?
Yes.
Yeah, mine was stressed out of box too, but
yeah,
it ain't broke, so I don't care.
No, it's not broke. I think it has everything to do with how they put the pin in. Now, I hit mine with some heat, and it went away. I know that doesn't really fix stress marks. It just makes them disappear. But it doesn't.
To heat, do you use like a heat gun or?
No, I actually use a lighter. I take a lighter, and then I take the piece and I direct the heat, and that seems to work.
Oh.
I use the gun, but you got to be careful how close you get to it.
Well, yeah, heat gun and a hair dryer that'll get large spots. But I've always just taken a lighter, and like when you have a small open flame, the heat just goes directly up, and for me, it's always been easier to focus it. And then, of course, these wing pieces just slide up. They actually come off a very similar way to the Perfect Effect Megatron's wings.
I just discovered something. Like now, these hills right here, I knew this was die cast, but this whole claw right here is die cast too.
Huh.
Because it's cold. Like I never noticed that before.
Yeah, hey, Johnny patented that.
So that's some good paint work down there, because I didn't know that was metal.
Overall, I mean, this thing is a very impressive piece, and that's like for all of the Beast Wars, they just have like this vibe to them where they walked off the screen. I mean, Beast Wars was a computer-generated show, so it's pretty easy to replicate things that look three-dimensional as opposed to things that were two-dimensional.
One thing I like is look at that. I don't have the batteries in the eyes, but look at his eyes.
Yeah, they painted the pupils on and everything. And I think that goes a long way. I mean, same thing with Primal. Like, Primal's another figure. I've got him with me. And the eyes definitely don't look dead when they're not lit. Like, they look painted. But, if you have batteries in, and same thing with this dude.
I have Primal as well.
Where's his button? Yeah, same thing with this dude. I mean, there's really cool effects in both of them. And it's interesting because, I know there are a lot of people that really don't like Beast Wars, but I mean, I love Beast Wars. It was, for me, it was the, resurgence. It legitimized a lot of fiction for Transformers, and still stuff today. I know I've said it on the show before. Sparks, Stasis Lock,
the Allspark.
Yeah, the Allspark. All that stuff was really solidified in the Beast Wars fiction, and then to start having
was a thing that was Beast Wars started.
Protoforms, yeah, Protoforms is another thing.
Yeah.
The CR chamber.
That's kind of exclusive to Beast Wars. I don't think any other fiction had like them going to CR chambers to fix themselves. But I always thought that was cool because they never had a dedicated medic. I mean, Rhinox was kind of a scientist, but
I just like the CR chamber because that's a great way to explain why somebody wasn't in that episode.
Yeah, they were in the CR chamber. It was kind of like a next generation plot device, wasn't it?
Yeah, that show was a lot like Star Trek Next Generation.
Hey, Joe, Deluxe Baldwin in the comments says, my man Joe is really bald and sexy as fuck.
He'll see you in the bathroom, buddy.
All right.
Hey there, everybody.
See, I did get some deluxe. That's my
He
first
did.
deluxe. Yeah.
He's going to really in for that toilet selfie.
Not the deluxe you wanted, but the deluxe you deserve.
And it looks like his tail does. He's holding his tail.
It's plucked to his arm.
Yeah.
You could pretend he's holding it. Like I think in the show he was holding it, right?
I can't remember, honestly. I will tell you, though, it slides off at a really weird angle. It slides down. Like, it slides off in a way that you wouldn't expect it to come off.
But the way his fist is balled up is sort of like the show. I think he was holding it because he used to put it down.
But did it come with a rubber ducky?
Did he put the whole thing down, or did it open up and his fist come out?
Now, he used to always put it down whenever he used his regular hand over there.
Yeah.
He never had the hand hanging out of the tail.
That's got to be a pain in the butt because if he forgets it, he can't transform. Where did I put it? Now I'm off balance.
If Prime had a trailer that came out of nowhere,
I was about to say that. He has a storage pocket. Like they all reach behind their back. Oh man, they all reach behind their back and pull a weapon out of nowhere.
Oh, it came from somewhere. You just don't want to know the details.
You're right, pussycat.
Did any reviewers do a comparison between Beast Wars Megatron and the Grimlocks, a Grinder, or Official NP?
I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think I saw anybody that did. Yeah, but I mean,
I just did Studio Series Grimlock, which was almost the same size.
I can go grab Grinder if you're really that interested.
Yeah, hurry up.
All right. Here, let me go. Let me turn off my camera.
Well, I ordered boxes mine for one main reason, and that was because I watched T-Man's review, I watched a couple others, and I seen all these pictures all on the same day. And then that night I had a dream. It just came to me. And I had a dream that it was a complete reenactment of the Jurassic Park T-Rex scene, where he's flipping over the trucks, but instead of it being like the Jurassic Park vehicles, it was like Hound and Ironhide. And even the scene where the T-Rex scoops down, you can see the eye, and they're shining the flashlight in his eye. It was like Megatron, and it was the whole thing played out. And so I woke up and I was like, "Holy shit!" The part of me that likes to do put pictures up on Instagram and everything. I was like, I have to order that thing now because I have my Hound sitting here, and I was like, I need to now flip my Hound over, and I have to have Wars Megatron stomping on top of it.
Did you get a good price?
Yeah, Amazon Japan is I guess I paid the same you did. It was whatever it works out to. The translation was $220, upper $220, maybe $230.
Okay. Yeah, then you did it pretty good.
Whatever that translation was, because I ordered him in Primal. Primal was only $69 after the conversion. So altogether, everything was $322.
Here he is.
From the order though, with the whole PNC Bank wanting to know if I was being, scammed out of Tokyo.
And still less than MP44.
All right. So here he is next to Grinder. Granted, it's G2 Grinder, but
Grinder's taller and heavier.
Grinder's way heavier. Yeah, and he is taller.
Matt wants to see them and
yeah, we got to have a Rex versus Rex comparison.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sit there and transform those two.
No,
you did volunteer. I heard it.
I got another. I have another Grinder that I don't have to transform, but I don't feel like transforming as Megatron.
Apparently, we're professional transformers, but we can't talk about it.
We are, or you guys are.
We are. Maybe you two.
So
up here.
Star Screamer, I got to know, you haven't really weighed in on this. Has the controversy, I know you're not the biggest Beast Wars collector.
It's more of, I just don't have the damn space.
That's fair.
Are you a Beast Wars fan?
I like Beast Wars. It's funny. You guys made the Star Trek Next Generation comment. Actually, it's very much like that because it got better in the second season.
That's true.
It's got it had because what I liked about it had one of the best twists in the story with the whole G1 aspect. It had, a linear overreaching story, which was very good. And while the ending was a little bit rushed, it still had a concise ending. And if Call of the Hero doesn't make you well up with manly tears, then you have no soul. Huh?
Code of Hero.
Code of Hero, yeah. Then you have no soul. But I mean, that's. I think whether you're a truck versus monkey type of thing, it reignited the fandom in many ways. And I actually liked Beast Machines as controversy. There's your controversy. I liked Beast Machines a lot.
I never watched Beast Machines.
I think it was ahead of its time, to be honest, in storytelling.
Yeah, going back and looking, it kind of was. I mean, it basically was the robot holocaust.
Well, it was, but I think one of the biggest problems with Beast Machines was that it was all not a linear story. It had to be watched. You had to watch it from episode 1 and on. It didn't just have a one-off episode. Beast Wars had its one-off episodes. You didn't have to be completely tore up.
No, Beast Machines. The episode I liked was the last episode. That was the best episode to me.
That was the thing. Beast Machines had a fantastic payoff. You went through that whole story, and in the end, you wanted a smackdown, and it had like a 20-minute fight, I swear.
Yeah.
The last episode was just the fight.
All right, fellas, how's this for scale?
Almost accurate.
Almost.
Yeah. Almost. I think he needs to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah. That's what she said.
But no, she never told me.
But in my book, Beast Wars Megatron is the tops. He's awesome. I don't have any problems. I do not regret my purchase at all. Yeah. The transformation isn't super crazy difficult. There's only one scary part. Well, two scary parts. One is pulling up the abdomen for that section, and then how thin the backpack pieces are.
So he puts a smile on your face.
Yes. And I get to say that a lot. Yes. But the way it feels like the old school plastic, which is cool, besides the thin parts on the back. And the paint is spectacular.
I wish that they had gone with a heavier duty plastic on the back, a little denser. It's really my only gripe with them. Especially because going into it, I had some of the scares, people having the problems and breaking tabs. So I had a handy dandy spudger, and I was nervously trying to transform it, and asking T, what do I do not to break this? And he was assuring me just split the spine and you got to pull. Because when you pull that back section of the spine apart, it does not give you the warm and fuzzies, man. But after I got
like a chiropractor from hell.
I know, right? But after you get it and after you know how it all works, it's really not the tip. But that's kind of the case with all the Beast Wars masterpieces, right? Because they have to form organic shapes, and they're all painted to the nines. And with all that paint, you're so worried about scratching or scuffing or getting stress marks or anything. This is really a beautiful figure compared to any of the traditional masterpiece stuff. This stuff just on its own on a shelf looks like next level. And I know a lot of people out there aren't Beast Wars fans, and I get it if you aren't, but there's just something about this and the shelf presence that it has.
So I guess the question is going to be now. The question I'll say is going to be is Well, what's next?
Well, Black Arachne is next.
Oh, right.
You know, Black Arachne, and I would hope Rhinox. I would hope they would announce Rhinox and Rat Trap at the same time.
Yeah, and Silverbolt.
Well, I want them to just at least focus on season 1. You know, I don't want them jumping all over the place.
Wasp and Return Inferno.
Yeah, Waspmare and Inferno, Pterosaur.
They could pass on Pterosaur and Scorponok.
Yeah. I would want them. And like the thing about Pterosaur and Scorponok is they're smaller scale. Like they're actually Scorponok's actually supposed to be smaller than Cheetor. It's like supposed to
and
be
Waspinator.
Yeah.
I was shocked to find that out.
Yeah, and he had like a mega toy back in the day, which was you know, you always assumed to be.
I'm just saying, I never liked Pterosaur in general, and I'd probably Black Arachne. I will probably get a Tarantulas if we make.
Well, the cool thing about Black Arachne is like basically her design lasted for 3 seasons up until like the last few episodes. She stole the Transmetal 2 driver.
You know, that was the first toy that I actually called Hasbro to try to find out where I could find.
How'd that go?
They just basically told me, well, she's out there. You just gotta be at the store that has it.
Then you said I'm in Baltimore, and they're like, "Ha, good luck."
Mm-hmm. I actually found. I only seen her. I think I saw her once, and I bought it. Thank goodness. But that's when KB Toy Store was still existing, so that was a good store to find stuff because they were so expensive. Nobody wanted to buy them out of KB.
I remember when I got my Brave Max back in the day, and the day he showed up, before unboxing him, the first thing I did was go to KB to pick up the RID version of the Beast Machine Megatron head, just so I could put it on the Fort, just so I could put it on the Fort Max, and they had 3. Figure had been out for 2 years, and they still have them.
That's crazy. What I was gonna say about Beast Wars Masterpiece, they have an unfair advantage over G1 Masterpiece as far as G1 trying to be cartoon accurate. Like the Beast Wars cartoon models were super close to the toys anyway.
Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, it's like, you know, when they're creating these figures, they can go back and take the source material. They probably have access to the renders. I mean, if you look at Cheetor's shoulders, right?
Yeah.
Like, look at the detail inside his shoulder, and it looks like, you know, all jaggy and PlayStation-like, and that's accurate to the show. Like, it's supposed to be a circle in there, and instead it's like all polygonal. Like,
polygonal? Isn't that where you have multiple wives?
That's polygamy. I'm talking about polygons. Like, they actually sculpted the polygons on this toy. But yeah.
And they made the textures the same way too.
Yeah, like they're kind of like low res and.
Mm-hmm. Not Megatron, I don't think.
Overall, I'm pretty happy with them. I mean, if you look at Megatron's, if you look at like some of the detail around the eye, yeah, it's definitely smooth.
Yeah, I think his dinosaur head is the most expressive beast head they've given us so far. Especially with the eyes.
Articulated eyes.
I just sat there playing with the eyes for a long ass time before I did anything else. And Parts Former doesn't like Beast Wars as much as us, so he doesn't.
I will say that the Megatron's probably the one I'd be most likely to grab. So I don't condone KOs as much, but if the KO looks good, then I condone that KO.
So, Matt, I thought you were going to get the Primal.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought it looked good.
He's trying to stop himself because then he'll have to have Megatron.
Yeah, that's a good part of it. I mean, you know me, I'm buying shit from 2 years ago, so.
That's not from 2 years ago. Oh, wow. It was 2017.
Yeah.
Late 2017, but still 2017.
So, playing catch up. Yeah, I'm trying to just avoid Beast Wars altogether. That Megatron does look good. I think I had him on pre-order once upon a time and cut it, but
What are you opening, Joe?
I think that was Joe. Yeah,
that was Joe.
Seriously,
so I don't not like
gentlemen.
I don't not like Beast Wars. I just trying to stay out.
Fair enough.
He's got wonky eyes. I don't know.
Are they posable?
They are, but they've got like this. They're on a weird. They got like this ball on the back of his head.
Huh.
It controls both?
Yeah. So you have to kind of get them, but theirs without his face. That's like
Oh my god.
nightmare fuel. But yeah, you move all around.
I would just do that all
That
day.
needs to be GIFed. That needed to be GIFed right then and there.
Are we talking about peanut butter again?
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
Again. We're back to peanut
Gift.
butter. Yeah.
Well, Joe, you got a Note 9, right, Joe?
I do.
So he can make a GIF out of that later.
We're talking about NECA Gizmo for anybody that doesn't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, look, he's got a sad face, too.
Is our show still on podcast apps?
I need to get us on Anchor FM. I haven't had the time because last weekend I did all the yard waste homeowner stuff.
So I was about to say, well, we don't have to include the people that can't see anymore.
And it's like when I finally do get us migrated to Anchor FM, I'm going to have my work cut out for me. So if anybody wants to freelance and help us out with that, that'd be awesome.
And we meant free.
Yeah, free.
Lance.
Yeah, let's get Lance to do it for free.
It's in the name. He has to.
We'll plug Forgotten Path games every show.
We have like 3 shows in a row. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, but every show.
Yeah.
That'll be how we pay for it. All right, well, moving right along, let's get into some quick news because I have another discussion topic I want to stem off this. It's been a light week on news, but I'm getting out of the Fig Arts, not of Fig Arts entirely, but the Marvel Fig Arts. And there's a really, really good looking Iron Man coming out.
Yeah, that is.
Really, really good looking. And see if I can pull that up. It should be.
If it wasn't for the fact I was getting that Reveltech Iron Man, I'd be very interested in this.
So, let me see here. Where in the world is
I'm still waiting on my first amazing Yamaguchi.
The Gambit?
Yeah.
I thought you had Psylocke.
I decided not to get her.
Huh.
Can't remember why. I think I can't remember why. And then after messing with Parts Formers, I didn't want to get it anymore.
I'm waiting to get my 10th amazing Yamaguchi. I miss Batman, so that's why I'm short one.
Oh.
And that Prime. Oh, that Prime.
Oh, he does look good. But I might just be happy with the IDW Flames toys.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't find this new Mark 50 Iron Man.
Just trust us; it's a gorgeous thing.
So
Yeah.
Fig Arts is doing, and I actually, as soon as I give up hope, I find it. So Fig Arts is doing a deluxe version of the Mark 50, the nano suit version of Iron Man. Interestingly enough, they're saying it's the Endgame version, but everything that I'm seeing in Endgame looks like he's using a what appears to be very similar to the Mark 7 suit from the comics. I will say this figure looks really good, and it looks like what we should have got in the first place with Fig Arts. So let me scroll down.
I was gonna say, the thing if you're getting out of the MCU stuff, you could still keep all your Iron Man because Iron Man is a collection unto himself.
So I kept the Iron Man 2 Iron Man. I guess interestingly enough, it looks like he comes with the option parts to. I guess maybe that's why he's the endgame version.
Don't do that, Matt.
But yeah, I kept the donut Iron Man, the Iron Man 2 one, and that's just going in my billies, or not my billies. That's going in my Detolf. But it's interesting that he comes with all the pieces to make himself the really powered up version.
Now I want a picture of the bot donut with him.
I can make that happen.
Sweet.
So yeah, it sucks. It sucks that the version of Iron Man we should have gotten in the first place is coming out. The other thing I wanted to talk about too, which is not Figuarts related, is Arcos, which is one of my favorite X-Transbots figures. I think T, it's one of yours too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
That figure is getting a version 2.
I like
He's also
him. I love
getting a G2 version. If I got one, it would be the G2 version. It's not worth it to buy another one. But they're fixing the backpack, according to Keith, and what he described as a less embarrassing transformation. It's getting metallic paint, and see if I can get a shot of the backpack here. It looks like
with all the birds.
He still comes with all the birds, but it looks like I'll share this out here. It looks like the roll cage is now made out of plastic. So I wanted to have a discussion with you guys. How do you feel about version 2s of figures? So, like, T, you got lucky with Cheetor. Like, Cheetor went insanely pricey for a minute, and now you arguably have the best version of him. Now, say they come out with a Megatron that's cheaper and made out of better materials and has better paint, even though the paint on this is good. And the paint on the original Cheetor was great.
How I feel is I feel like Parts Former feels. I'm cheap as hell. So if I got the first version, then it's not very likely that I'm going to get the second version unless somebody gives it to me. Well, and in this case right now, that Beachcomber has competition. It's like, why would I get the X-Transbots version when I can get the Fans Toys version if I want to have a different figure? Like, I wonder how extensive it's going to be a completely different figure.
What's this, Arcos?
Yeah.
No, it's the same figure, new backpack, new paint.
So like Ollie.
Yeah, like Ollie, where they just made improvements.
I'm not going to do it. The original one is good enough, and I'm not going to be transforming him a whole bunch of times anymore anyway.
I mean, another case too is Fans Hobby. They're doing Power Baser, and Power Baser is going to come with additional accessories. He's going to come with the red eyes to make himself toy accurate. He's got the ab crunch. Well, he already had the ab crunch, but he has the new hands, and the abdominal piece actually shifts in like the black version. And it's
for that figure.
He's also more expensive.
Yeah, they made him more expensive.
Since I'm cheap, I didn't buy the first one. So I'll be lucky again, just like with Cheetor. So sometimes it's good to be cheap and wait.
Patience saves pockets. Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
And gets you better toys.
I know a lot of people are already waiting for the Fans Toys version of Beachcomber. For me, I don't know. Like, I think Beachcomber, the Fans Toys version, it looks marginally better. It's I know, like, with Fans Toys, that stuff tends to hold its value a lot better than anything Keith puts out. But
for now,
yeah, it's just it's like
Transbots is getting a better reputation.
They are. The Stunticons have been awesome so far.
And Skids.
Skids was
and
great
Toro.
figure.
I'll give him Toro.
Oh yeah, Toro too.
But I don't know that I can justify replacing a placeholder with a placeholder. For me, it's when Takara Tomy comes out with something, I'm like, okay, well, this one's going to be retired to vehicle mode, and the Takara Tomy one's going to be my bot on the shelf.
I'd have to say overall, version 2. I mean, version 2, if they make improvements, great, or they change paint schemes, great. it also keeps the price down from going too crazy on the aftermarket, which I think is really the bonus. Because especially collectors like me, I've realized over the past few months that my collection is shying away from Chug and going to more Masterpiece, where I'm now playing catch up on some of these characters that I want. And that, these version 2s and re-releases and all really help me out as someone that wants to get into the game a little later. It's almost like you get punished for collecting later in the game, starting later in the life cycle. And now you come out all these different characters. You could argue it either way, where you're saying, a version 2 of a character can come out, so that's going to keep the prices low. But then also someone that gets in the game later will have more options and could go through and basically live vicariously through the folks that came before them, where they could, the reviews and kind of dodge a lot of the problems that early adopters get. So it's either way. Like, I don't think there's a bad side to version 2s coming out, besides the folks that maybe, like I said, early adopted and then kind of feel like they may get cheated out when improvements are made on the same thing that comes out. I get the heartache there for sure.
Yeah. Sometimes the version 2 isn't always better. Like apparently the Soul Shogun Voltron has less diecast.
So we hear, yeah.
Which, yeah.
Oh.
Well, it could arguably be a good or a bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I would feel bad when somebody asks me, like, I'm just getting into Transformers. Like, what's a Masterpiece? Like, which one should I go for? And I think the ones that I think immediately in my mind are expensive as hell now.
You know what I'd recommend to anybody that asks me that? Is Bumblebee. I would say get yourself a Bumblebee. He's a small figure. He's affordable. He kind of gauges, even though like now he's especially cheap as hell with the version 2 Bumblebee coming out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But I think Bumblebee's a good one. He's a fun one to transform. I think he looks the part, and I think it really is. I think it's good enough to say, do you want to go further? Because Bumblebee could be both Prime and Bumblebee could be one-off characters. Like you're like, oh yeah, I have this.
My Transformer shelf is just these two kind of.
Bumblebee comes with Spike as well.
Yeah.
And that's a good point, because then you can, again, you look at the 2 Bumblebees that are out and you can decide which one's your particular cup of tea. I mean, does the one that's just overall good that's out now, or do you want hyper cartoon realistic with some compromises on the back end?
Right.
You have fun little adventures with Bumblebee and Spike by themselves.
But yeah,
I was gonna say, look where you guys are right now with your Megatrons. Right now, you guys are very happy with your Megatrons.
Yeah,
you guys just spent a very good, sizable amount of money for those Megatrons. Let's say next Toy Fest, all of a sudden, Takara is releasing an official Megatron with glossier paint, more vibrant colors,
and
with the David K voice chip, and just for kick, and a rubber ducky, and 5% less. Like
then I would present my balls and say, okay, you guys got them.
But I'm just saying this is a great example, because you guys are happy with the purchase you guys just made now.
My cheap ass would skip it.
And you see that's a good answer. But that's actually the best way to look at your 2.0 question, because you guys are happy right now with a 1.0.
MP5.
I'm good, but I already know Zero would buy it. He can't help us.
Well, my thing is I try to get all
numbered masterpieces.
Yeah.
Right?
See, with Arcos, it's not so bad, because when did that Arcos first come out?
About 3 years ago.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'm looking at things like, MP Wheeljack against Shockwave, where Takara's been doing the pluses, and that I feel like does in some ways punish the old fan who was happy to buy them back then, and now you're just like, son of a, now I got this, when you've got this coming out.
That's true, and the newer person would have their pick. Do you want the toy accuracy or the cartoon accuracy? But that, you know, it's...
Or there's some people that are going to sell the first version, and
Yeah.
there's opportunities out there for people that are
You're talking
caught up that they can get something, you know, cheap.
You were talking about figure arts earlier. I know you guys are not big on the other lines that they do, like the Common Riders, but I collected a whole lot of those. And Bandai just recently did a re-release. They called it their 20 Rider Kick series, a re-release of all the major rider figures. Now they also cost a little less, and they also all costs came with, frankly, less accessories. If that was your version 2 from new collectors, I'd have no problem with that. You know, keep some incentive for that version 1.
Look at the Goku, the Saiyan raised on Earth. Very same thing. They released a Goku, and they really throttled back the accessories and the price.
No,
but that's a great introductory figure.
Yeah.
With the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they came with the show heads.
Well, that one's a little different. I'll be honest, because they're also never doing the rest of the Rangers. So most people who bought the Rangers back then already have them and bought the rest of the team.
Yeah, I wish they were doing the rest of the Rangers. I may go Hasbro on those.
Oh well, they did them.
I am.
It's going to cost you out the nose for them. I've got them.
Yeah, but the Hasbro ones arguably look better than the Figuarts ones. Granted, I won't get rid of the Figuarts ones because they have neat stands, and I bought those SDCC exclusive stands. Granted,
The Hasbro ones have more accurate body sculpts.
They do. The Figuarts ones, they're dated body sculpts.
Yeah, those are old. I mean, those are some of the older Figuart bodies.
Yeah,
I'm happy to have them. I am slowly debating if I'm going to empty out another shelf just for a lightning display. Because that's a really good lineup. I'm not going
to. If they do, like, I got to get that Lord Zed. Like,
and they're smart by not doing just one team. You know, they're giving us the White Ranger now, but the Green Ranger is going to be like 4 waves in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they gave you the tease. You're getting a Tommy, just not that one.
That Jason David Frank head sculpt, it's so on the money versus the one that came with Figuarts, like the Austin St. John sculpt, and it really misses the mark.
He looks fatter and younger.
He just looks generic. He doesn't look like Jason. He doesn't look like Austin St. John. He just it's a bland sculpt.
And there's a chance that they may look better in person.
Oh, as I said, I'm not knocking them, but just to get back on topic with the version 2s, you know, I don't mind a version 2, but as long as it doesn't devalue the version 1. Like if this new Arc Rose came out and it didn't come with the birds. Would that make you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I mean, I feel like with Takara, they kind of do that. So, like earlier before we went live, I had the my Supreme Optimal, Supreme Commander Optimus Prime out, and he has like the chain mace, and the chain mace came with the pre-order for the original.
Right? Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's
I really think that the first version of Megatron should have come with a rubber ducky.
I never thought you'd ever say
he's going to come with the toy version, which is going to be stupid.
It probably will be. It's just like
your 2.0.
Yeah, like Shadow Panther comes with the communicator that Cheetor was supposed to have, But then, like I was saying earlier, like the version 2 Cheetor has better paint. It's all around painted, and it also has better joints, and they have the resculpted shoulders that were on Shadow Panther. So it's like anybody that has the version 1 Cheetor like me, it's like you didn't get the best version of the figure. You're almost punished for being an early adopter.
Exactly. So now the question is,
how many of us feel that way, especially in the third-party game? Third-party product testing is what it is. We're all basically third-party product testers. That's what it boils down to.
Did you see the new Bruticus from Zeta?
The Bruticus?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's a Toon Color version of it, and it's like that's what people wanted from the get-go. So now everybody that's got like the Zeta Bruticus, they're like, man, should I upgrade? I mean, granted, there's been like what 50 versions of Constructor, and
Jeebus.
not 50, but there's been 9 versions
Like,
of Constructor released.
It's over 5.
Anyway, this is with Arcros though. This is by far no means the most controversial version 2 from a third party.
No, it's not.
Which ironically, that one also came from Keith, which was with their Ultra. No, I was going to say the Ultra Magnus.
Oh, I was going to say Ollie V1 was a pretty lousy release, and then V2
Aren't they on version 3?
They're on version 3, but version 3 isn't.
Yeah.
The only difference between version 2 and version 3 is version 2 came with the fixed pieces. Version 3, they're already installed. It's just a reissue with the correct pieces.
But remember, their what was it? I can't remember even what that Ultra Magnus was called. But
I know what it was. Scissor Stack.
Yeah, Scissor Stack. Like they had a version 2 that was out like 2 months after the first Scissor Stack came out.
People love that thing.
Dear God,
I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I'm skipping.
But yeah, the Citizen Stack that came out 2 months. The Transistor had a 2.0 again, months, just mere months after the first one.
And had a shiny paint version and all that kind of stuff too, right?
So you know what? 3 years for Arcos, that's fine. You know what? It's the people who want it are going to want it, and people who aren't already got it. So I wouldn't call this one controversial.
And this kind of goes hand in hand too with the other topic that came up this week with the running changes and the additions with the that Optimus Prime that came out, having the extra head now being freely available to any that purchase them.
Yeah, so that was cool.
Transform Elements, is that it? I think that was
cool.
Oh, we never even talked about that, and that's the title of this.
That's why I wanted to bring that up in case anybody's like, "Why is the show called this?"
I was promised head. Where is my head?
Well, Beast Wars Megatron comes with 3 of them, so
sorta.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of when companies give you the extra parts. You know, like I would say Keith's pretty good about it for the most part. Like if there's fixed parts that come out, like he'll send them to retailers. Surprisingly, like Wei Zhang is like the best. Like anybody that bought Ren Sora, they like gave him the filler pieces and made the updated head readily available. Anyway, they were the title, the transforming head readily available. You know, people that bought it through TF Direct could get it for like $13.
So I'm assuming with this transform element head that they're putting out, the English on that post was pretty bad. So I think you have to place the order with whoever you had ordered the original figure from, and they're just going to send it to you for free, or do you have to pay shipping? Or I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Those are the possibilities.
As long as it doesn't have to go to the roller stash, because then your head will be just trapped forever.
Till you order something,
which may never be ever.
From TF Direct, so I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on that website and see if it pops up.
As I said, as long as you didn't buy from GCI, you're fine.
Spicy.
The source formerly known as GCI.
I better get it.
Well, yeah, but it's already changed management. You got from the closeout sale, so you should be good.
Yeah.
What'd you buy from him?
Goldbug. The New Age Goldbug.
I missed it?
Yep, it was only one.
Yeah, the liquidation sales were
you might still have some stuff.
When did that happen?
It's right now. Go on GCI's Facebook page.
My phone's charging. I'll do it later.
Granted, not all the sales.
I can't help that, Dave.
Like some of the prices are the same as like TF Source, like the X2 Toys big computer. That was like the same price.
Okay.
Which I'm waiting for TF Source to do like the spring cleaning sale and have that thing down to like $70, and I'll be like, yeah, and there's the Teletron one.
But to be fair, though, GCI now is not trying to make money. They're trying to pay people back and make it for existing customers. So I can see, like, they said they have prices were pretty slashed on some things. But I think they're just trying to get a clean slate now.
Yeah, like I understand the business is going to continue.
I missed out on the grinder head. I was so pissed.
There has to be a joke in there somewhere.
Wait, you still need one thing?
Yes.
Just download the app.
I don't need none of that bad.
Yeah. I think Agabus still has them.
A lot of places probably do. I'm so cheap. Like paying $18.
Yeah, I should have just given you that for your birthday.
Killing me. Killing me.
Yeah, I said
it.
Because there's a joke in there.
That's all every man wants for their birthday.
He said, "Hey,
can I get a head?
I know how much you like Grindr, so here's some head."
Just a little.
He takes. There you go with that. Nope. Making a Grindr.
With those colors, Joe looks like One Punch Man.
Okay.
So, about that Joker trailer.
Yeah.
That's a good topic, yeah.
It was a thing.
So, it's funny. Like, I think I made mention of it. Like, I said I wish that DC would do like one-off movies and focus on doing one-off movies. And I was impressed. Let alone the fact that it's Todd Phillips doing it.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
I was happy with what I saw. Nothing on that trailer put me off from it, and this is a movie that I was expecting to dislike out of the gate. I thought it looked good. I'm interested enough to see what comes from it. A buddy of mine at work, though, pointed out that he wasn't happy with, or he was curious of the direction that they're actually going to take the Joker, because when he's just a regular guy, he seems very almost too innocent, like too childlike. This is all based on 2.5 minute trailer, so
I think we're gonna have to watch the movie for the violence. Is it rated R? We don't even know.
I think it is. I think it's an R-rated movie.
And also, too, you got to wonder where's the conflict, antagonist, protagonist, as well. If as far as we know, Batman's going to steer clear of this movie.
What was it? Was it The Man Who Laughs? Was the original story?
I can't remember, but I think I can't remember.
Under the Red Hood's got a lot of this backstory that they seem to be adopting for this.
Yeah,
movie.
basically the whole concept is like, all it takes is one bad day.
One bad day, yeah.
That's the killing joke.
It's going to be killing joke. Like it's more of his life.
Yeah, the killing joke.
Right.
Killing joke.
I have a weird theory about this movie, actually. And it came with that one scene towards the end of the trailer where it shows like a riot happening in front of the police headquarters, and there's a ton of people in clown masks or clown makeup. I'm almost wondering if this isn't, well, it's called Joker. He isn't the actual Joker that goes against the Batman, but more of is the person that influenced that man who one day will be that Joker.
It's possible.
So it's like one day this clown caused this revolution in the city of pure chaos.
And then the movie loses all cred when Jared Leto's tattooing damage on his forehead.
No, I'm not talking about that Joker, but I'm just talking about like in general. Like that's the man who influenced the person who would be the Joker, who is the Batman's nemesis.
That might be right, because somebody thinks that the little boy that he was molesting through the fence, they think that that's Bruce Wayne.
Which again, all that would make sense, because then that would give, like, it'd show like the Joker is more of an idea than a person, which is not a bad thing at all. Which then, if that happens, can also shut the fanboys up.
Because there's also that whole chicken egg thing with Batman and the villains, right? Do the villains exist because of Batman, or does Batman exist because of the villains?
So,
according to Gotham, they were already there.
I think the idea of
that show doesn't exist to me.
Being like kind of passed down, or they're not being just one Joker all along. That was also in one of the comic series that was brought up.
Wasn't it 3 Jokers?
That that there's been a total of 3 different Jokers.
So, but again, all this would work out really well. It's kind of like with Star Trek with the Abrams Star Trek when they said we're in a divergent timeline now. They blatantly kind of call it out. It's like, it's okay, guys. This is not that Joker, so shut up. So let us have our fun with it. And I mean, he looks good. He looks great in the makeup. With him dancing on the steps, that was like awesome.
Yeah, well, they as far as timelines and stuff like that, I'm fine if they just ignore, like, don't try to make everything in one coherent timeline. Just do these different things, and when you
tell the stories they want to tell.
Yeah, and let the directors and everybody do whatever they want to do, and don't worry about it meshing with anything else.
Yeah. Oh, I just finally saw Aquaman, and
Aquaman was good.
Have all you guys seen it?
I have not.
I haven't seen it yet.
I will tell you now. That movie is better than it had any right to be.
Is it on the streaming service yet?
I don't know about that, but it's at Redbox. So, easiest way. It's like the movie. You walk out and you're just like, I shouldn't be having this much fun. It has a fantastic cast. The guy who played Jango Fett's in it. Nicole Kidman's in it. Oh, Matt, you said you saw it?
I have not.
Oh, sorry, Joe, you said you saw it.
Yeah,
right?
I saw it.
Do you know who did the voice of the giant monster?
With the Kraken?
Yeah. Julie Andrews.
What?
Mary effin Poppins did the voice of a Godzilla-like monster.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. I'm just saying, this movie is great. There's an undersea battle that is Star Wars worthy, to be frank. And they were able to make some of the goofiest costumes in comic book history look good.
So you
would love it because there were totally sharks with like freaking lasers.
There were sharks with lasers. Black Manta has one of the best. His origin, he has a solid supervillain origin. Like, you know why he is choosing to do what he's doing, why he's got the cheesy costume. All of it works beautifully. I mean, the pacing was a little choppy, but aside from that, I'm like, this should not have been that good. And it makes you hate the other DC movies so much more because it's like that kind of quality was available.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I have it. I have a shared video account with some friends, and it's up there. So I'll probably give it a watch this week.
You'll enjoy it. You will not regret the time.
But all this talk reminds me of just to go off topic a little bit. You remember Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back had like the fake movie review site, moviepoopshoot.com.
Yeah,
it was like I was thinking like the fake review for Disney's Atlantis. It was like Atlantis, more like Fatlantis.
Well, but I'm hoping though is like that this new era. I mean, I'm hearing Shazam is getting great.
I can't wait to see that.
So I'm hoping that yes, they're late bloomers, but I'm hoping we're getting a full resurgence for DC.
You know, that's well, sorry to interrupt. I was like saying that's the thing DC does best is telling one-off stories.
So, and League of the Legendary Heroes, because that show is amazing.
And animated shows.
Yes. The DC ain't that bad.
So on the other side of the fence, Avengers Endgame tickets went on sale this week, and I think everybody went nuts. I was seeing tickets being scalped for the opening night for as much as $150.
I'll have to
get them?
Nope.
I didn't get any tickets.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't have any faith in finding a babysitter.
Matt, should we scalp our Endgame tickets?
They're premium seats.
They are.
I'll even sign something if that bumps the value up.
You'll sign a green hat?
I will sign a green, not this one. I mean, I could sign this one, but I'm keeping it.
I mean, I'm happy with the tickets I got. I managed to. I paid a little bit more for mine. but we're doing the fan event. I woke up, I was working from home this week, so I got up. My cousin texted me at like 7 a.m. Endgame tickets are up. I go on Fandango and I said, "Oh, okay. Oh, the fan event. I did the fan event for Infinity War. A buddy of mine got the tickets, and we saw the movie at like 6 o'clock instead of the 7 o'clock showing on a Thursday, and it was awesome. They gave you a popcorn tin. You got a large popcorn to go with it. You got a collector's coin, and you got to see the movie early. And so I was like, yeah, I'll do that because we have the puppy, and it works better to get back home in a reasonable hour.
when they first started doing the 8 o'clock on Thursday shows.
Yeah,
like we would go to the movie, just go right in, with not pre-order anything, and you would see everybody lined up for the midnight show, and I'm like,
right?
What are y'all doing?
Right now, I see them lined up for the 10 o'clock when I go to the 7 o'clock, and I'm like, well, I guess I guess people got to work late. They may not get off until like 5 or 6 o'clock, and it works better for them to come home, eat dinner, and go to the movie. But like, yeah, for me. Lex was asking me, she's like, so should I take off like the Friday?
Duh.
And I was like, no. I mean, if you want to, but cause I'm taking off the Thursday. I'm going to go to Dave & Buster's. They've got like the whole all you can eat wings and unlimited play. So I'm going to go eat wings, get drunk, and play some video games all day.
You can do that at home.
Games?
What was that, T?
They still got games?
Yeah.
You can do that at home, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but now we can sit in the theater drunk and shout at Captain Marvel
and
for ruining his franchise.
Yeah, and be full of wings.
Again, you can do that at home and just have Alexa drive you there.
Yeah, I'll be the jackass in the theater when she's like talking about like time travel, and she's like, "I don't think we do. Was it made for you?
You shouldn't be here. You didn't earn that."
Oh, Dave, I don't think I've seen your face palm that hard in a long time. No, I'll be well behaved.
You did not like Captain Marvel.
No, I didn't.
He hasn't even seen it yet. He's going off hearsay.
It was enough to make him gut his Figuarts collection.
Yeah.
That wasn't the reason I gutted my Figuarts collection. It was space, and it was the fact that I cannot afford. And let me tell you something too about the Figuarts is some of these figures are selling for as much as Hot Toys. Like you can go and get the Hot Toys version for what people are paying for some of these Figuarts. It's insane.
Well, yeah, because they won't, tear.
They won't tear. But I'm just saying, it's just insane that the price. People are willing to pay that high of a price.
Once again, look up Joe's. Look up that. Joe's Gigan figure on Amazon. Monster Arts Gigan. That thing is going for over $300.
Ooh.
How much was it original?
120.
I don't know.
You got a good deal. I'm just telling you now. You got a great deal for that. Though you should totally put on the double chainsaws.
I did. I just didn't do. I didn't take any pictures of it like that, but. I did, and then I looked at it, and then I decided that the blades were better.
T, you look like you're about to review some figures. Are you?
Yeah.
I can tell he took his headphones off.
What time is it?
It is 10:45.
I think
my next video is gonna be this guy and this dude, since I thought I did a review. And then I changed phones, and I must have left all that footage on that phone. So I just reviewed them together. So that's going to be my next review, but I need to do Cheetor, scrap metal. I guess eventually these Exo Realm dudes. I still haven't done Black Widow.
Oh yeah,
which I want to make a chill comparison review because I never did the Marvel Legends Black Widow.
Did you get the Black Panther one done?
Yeah, I did that the same day Well, the day before I gave it to Winston.
I gotta mention it was really cool to meet Winston. He was a really awesome dude. Hopefully we can have him more at the hangouts.
He was just weird. So I'm just, I know he probably in here.
Yeah, he's been in here.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, you got to get to the the meetups.
Yeah,
they sound like fun.
I know. I need to talk to Kevin. I know Kevin's trying to sort out his basement.
He's in the comments now. I think.
Yeah. Is he?
I thought I saw him.
I don't see MacMan in there.
I must be imagining things.
Yeah. No, I said I need someone to help plan something because I've been busy. Now I've got friends and family who ask me, "When's the housewarming party?" And I'm like, when the house doesn't look like shit.
Well, I built the grill myself, so
yeah, I built the grill myself. Enjoy.
Well, it's more of so the house may be much warmer than we think.
Oh Jesus! Now, the grill is outside. It's on the deck.
The house is probably immaculate.
No, the house is not immaculate.
Hey, Zero, when's the housewarming party?
Right here, buddy. Right here. You're welcome to come. I don't really, I'll be like, man, it looks like shit, but you can forgive the action figures. And then Lex won't run downstairs and be like, isn't it a freak show down here? He has so many of these.
I'll be like, God, it's so awful. Here, I'll take some of this shit off your hands.
That's. Mm-hmm. I sold one of my Detolfs to a coworker, and he came in the house, and my coworker Tim builds Gundams, and his girlfriend's cat had been eating some of his Gundams, and I was like, well, I have a fifth Detolf, and I really don't need it. And I was like, if you want, I'm really just going to get rid of it, but if you want, you can have it for $30.
Get rid of the cat.
Well, he wishes he could get rid of the cat, but it's
easy.
Well, if he's in here, he could lace the Gundams with a little something.
Oh, Jesus Christ, T, that's awful.
I'm lucky. My cats have never messed with my stuff.
But you're gonna see him in a few weeks. He's gonna be like, the cat ate the Detolf. Do you have another one?
So, well, he walked down to the basement and he just goes, holy shit. And Lex is right there like, yeah, that's the right reaction. That's the right reaction to that. And I'm like, it's not a carnival show down here.
It's a rite of passage when people visit our house for the first time for them to see my display.
I mean, my argument is that I think, in my personal opinion, I think I have one of the best masterpiece collections on the East Coast. Not the best, but one of the best.
Hey, Alexa, play circus music.
I could do that. Echo, play circus music. It's thinking.
Snubbed.
It's thinking.
I'm sorry, I don't know that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Zero. I can't let you do that.
I can search for you on the internet.
Jeff Bezos is listening to your podcast.
No, he's going through a divorce. He's got better things to do.
Is he?
Yeah.
Dude, are you been behind on all that?
Yeah.
Who's that?
The owner of Amazon, like he's the richest, single-handedly the richest dude in the world.
Well, and he's about to have the single-handedly richest ex-wife in the world.
Right? Yeah, she's getting 25% of his shares in the company. Really? He's still got controlling and voting rights and all that. I mean, it's all,
because he was like worth what, $115 billion.
There's some great articles about what happened. My favorite pod show, Internet Today, did a great breakdown of when the Inquirer tried to extort him for it.
Your second favorite pod show.
In this. I don't listen. I mean, I only listen to this podcast when I'm not on the episode.
That's horrible.
Why?
Because I even have listened to a few episods.
That's because you're trying to remember what happened in the episodes. I've got a geek memory. I just remember this stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Like, what did we talk about? Did we ever talk about this before?
But one guy, the way the guys on the podcast put it, because the Inquirer was trying to extort him for it, because they had gotten copies of his text messages. It was basically akin to like that part in the Dark Knight when the guy was going to try to blackmail Bruce Wayne, and Lucius Fox is like, "Your boss, you're trying to blackmail your boss, one of the richest people in the world, that he's a man who dresses as a vigilante. See how well that goes for you." And yeah, Bezos
beats the crap out of criminals or something like that.
Yeah, Bezos basically has hired one of the best international private investigators to find out how the text messages got a hold. And now they're saying that his phone was actually hacked by the Saudi Arabian government. It's like crazy shit. If you've been missing out on this, dude, this is some of the best web drama out there.
What is it called? Advanced VPN or something?
Yeah, even with the VPN, I don't think that'll help you. If the people are sophisticated enough to pinpoint your device, they can pretty much, they could probably figure out what you're using if you're trying to bypass that.
Well, I don't follow him. He's not my favorite billionaire.
Oh no, he's not. He's a horrible human. He's a terrible human being. But it's just kind of cool. Oh, no, she'll be fine. But it's just.
I mean, if you want entertainment, you gotta follow Elon Musk. The dude put out a rap single about Harambe, and he put it out on April 1st, and it wasn't a joke.
I listened to it. It was
interesting.
I haven't subjected myself to that yet.
You know what's the weirdest thing about Elon Musk?
What's that?
Listening. Well, I mean, there's a lot of weird things, but the absolute weirdest thing is like when he laughs, he goes ha 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 ha. And that's his real laugh.
I was going to say the microdosing on LSD.
I fucking don't know. But
I don't think he sleeps.
The guy sleeps only like 4 hours.
That's nothing special. I feel like I fucking only sleep for 4 hours. So
yes, but he doesn't have kids.
And
apparently he's an anime geek because his goth girlfriend is. It gets weirder.
We talk a lot more often now.
You and Elon Musk?
If you do, tweet me back because I've tweeted him and he does not tweet me back.
Did you tell him you were on the show?
I need to try that.
Try that.
I'll tell him I know Parts Former and then he'll start talking.
Yeah, you can at me on that and I'll support you.
Elon Musk officially endorses Figure Action Podcast.
Whether he does it or not.
His silence is consent per Matt.
See, that came back around.
I'll tweet you back.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm really behind on the times. I didn't realize he was dating Grimes. I listened to them.
Is he still dating Grimes? Or did they split up?
I don't know.
I'm checked out. I don't even know.
I feel like you're talking about.
And on that note, while we let Zero catch up in the last 8 months
of celebrity gossip,
gentlemen, who are you?
I'm T-Man, and I like toys. And
click on my videos.
If you type T-Man 978 on the internet, you can find me.
The top result is Pornhub unboxing Megatron, and wow, that really is. T-Man 978 top result. Pornhub T-Man unboxes MP43 and SH Figuarts. Captain Marvel. Fuck.
You uploaded that onto Pornhub.
What's monetized? No, I'm just kidding. I didn't upload it.
I was say if you uploaded it there, I'd give you $20.
And the plot
I was say I didn't upload anything on Pornhub.
Hell, anybody, whoever uploads one of T-Man's videos onto Pornhub,
don't give them any ideas.
I think that would technically be.
They would get copyright strike to death.
Just cut your toy reviews with like just anytime you have a transition, just like cut in like the Ray J, Kim Kardashian sex.
I want just a pure video or some guy sitting there going like, when I looked up trans, that isn't what I expected, but you know what? I'm buying that jazz anyway. That's what I want to happen.
Yeah, jazz.
I like what you did there with like I am jazz.
Very nice. Joe's just sitting there like, man, I only upload regular porn. Like, it's a
Fuck,
weirdo.
that is Joe. That was Joe in that video.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You know, even after when you first met him, you knew you saw him somewhere, right? Where have I seen him before?
He's like, look, I can only do 2 types of parody videos: TN and One Punch Man.
I have found my gift.
Your niche.
The acting is
It's
stellar.
just a bitch getting that third eye rubbed off there, right?
His forehead gets sweaty.
Well, that one video, it wasn't a third eye; it was just a slit.
Okay.
I'm not going near that. I'm not touching that.
That's Vegeta. I don't know if you ever know. Vegeta has a dino on his forehead.
He cuts off the top of a flashlight and just sticks.
That's crazy.
Joe, outside of Pornhub, where can folks find you?
And inside of Pornhub. Tell us all about it.
Here occasionally and on Xbox. And sometimes on Facebook.
Johnny Sins stunt double.
Lex Luthor, yeah. He said you could do Lex Luthor porn there too.
Yeah, there you go.
I could do Lex Luthor.
That's a good costume for you.
Where can we find you, Parts Warmer?
I don't know why you would want to. I'm on Twitter and Instagram under the same name, Partsformer. Xbox Live is Partsformer, and here with you fine people.
There's somebody out there probably with stills of your face.
That makes me sad. I'm done. Next person.
Who else did we do? Did we do you yet, Dave?
I mean, we just talked about Pornhub. Did we cover it? No, that doesn't work.
Everyone got did.
Did we cover it in Pornhub in the same sentence?
Yeah.
You guys can find me on Instagram, probably at True Star Screamer. Latest photo shots been my customized Professor Xavier hover chair project.
Very nice.
Came out a lot better than I thought. And yes, I know some of the paint's uneven, but damn it, I don't own an airbrush, but we are taking donations.
I didn't notice.
One guy pointed it out, and very good photographer. Goes by Big Kids Toys, fantastic photographer. And I was just kind of like,
I think I saw him.
I'm just kind of like, yeah, I know, but yes,
It always takes one person.
but he's someone who he's really good though at his shots. But yeah, you can catch me on Xbox Live, not Xbox Live because I don't have an Xbox. On PlayStation Network at True Star Screamer.
That was not a Freudian slip.
It was.
Counting down to Mortal Kombat, and right now just taking advantage of all the free PlayStation games I can find right now.
What does it mean?
And every Thursday with these fine gentlemen trying to keep a straight face.
I mean, you have an Xbox gift card, so.
Was there actually anything on that?
On the there was a PlayStation card taped to the back.
Perfectly. No, but I mean, like the Xbox gift card, was that just like one that you just took from the store? Just it was a used one. Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh crap! I did sell it. No, I didn't. Zero, where can we find you?
So you can find me here every Thursday night with you fine gentlemen, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Pacific Time. And, of course, you can find me on Twitter at The Original Zero. You can find me on Instagram as Extra Zero. You can find me on PlayStation Network and Xbox Live as Extra Zero. There's a space on the...
oh, my God, he found the mute button.
Yes. There's a space on the Xbox, so it's Extra Space Zero. But I will be getting Mortal Kombat 11 on PlayStation. And then, of course, you can find me in the Facebook groups as James Jordan. And that's going to wrap it for this show. So, again, if you haven't done it already, make sure you go to episode 36. Make sure you are subscribed. And it'd be awesome if you like the video. But it'd be really awesome if you could go to the comments and comment hashtag Studio Series Optimus or Studio Series Prime. So
Whatever
again,
on there.
Episode 36, hashtag Studio Series Prime. And that'll get you entered. We'll be drawing that winner tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll be posting on the Facebook groups as well as on the YouTube channel.
So join our 3-6 Mafia.
Yes, exactly.
Click like on this video while you're at it.
You also have to tell a friend about the show and how much you like it. Now, we can't verify that, but we're going to go ahead and assume that you did it.
Yeah.
That would be us.
So that's going to do it for tonight. Thanks again to everybody that hung out with us in the YouTube chat. Thanks again to Winston for hanging out with us last weekend. It was really a pleasure, dude. Hope to see you here again next week. And that's going to do it. See you guys.
See you,
everybody.
Bye.